All right, folks, this is a very big deal, and it may be the piece everyone is missing in the story surrounding Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. Right now, the focus is on the Epstein files, and that focus makes sense. But what if the real smoking gun isn't just in the documents? What if it's been hiding in plain sight for decades? Tonight, we're asking a question most media outlets have avoided. Were Trump's beauty pageants part of a much darker story? The Epstein files include references and allegations involving powerful people, including Donald Trump, and they've reignited public scrutiny. But much of the coverage looks at this story through a narrow lens, focused only on Epstein's known operations. To understand the full scope, we may need to zoom out and examine the broader systems and environments where power, access, and vulnerability intersected, especially those that were normalized and publicly celebrated. That brings us to a man named Steve. He recently released a video that has quietly sent shockwaves through online investigative circles. Steve says he was once a judge in pageants owned by Donald Trump, including Miss USA and Miss Teen USA. He claims he stayed silent for years because speaking out felt dangerous, but now believes the truth can't be ignored any longer. Steve's claim is simple, but alarming. The beauty pageants themselves may be the smoking gun. According to him, Trump didn't just lend his name, he owned and controlled these organizations. Steve describes inside access, close proximity to contestants, and a culture that, in his view, deserves serious scrutiny. His warning to journalists is blunt. If you go down this rabbit hole, be very careful. Steve specifically urges reporters to start with two familiar names, Billy Bush and Nancy O'Dell. Both hosted Trump-owned pageants multiple times and were fixtures in that world. Steve suggests they, and others connected to them, may know far more about what happened behind the scenes than the public ever realized. Those names immediately raise red flags because of the infamous 2005 Access Hollywood tape, where Donald Trump made crude and predatory comments while speaking with Billy Bush. Nancy O'Dell was referenced in that same conversation. This isn't about one tape. It's about a pattern, a shared culture, and the same circle of people appearing again and again. A deeper look reveals something else. In 1991, Donald Trump served as a judge for the Look of the Year modeling competition organized by Elite Model Management. Some participants were as young as 14. Video footage confirms Trump's presence and active role. This wasn't a rumor. This was a documented event with cameras rolling. Elite Model Management itself has faced serious allegations over the years. Investigations, including reporting by The Guardian, detailed claims of abuse involving powerful figures like John Casablancas and Gerald Marie, with some accusers saying they were teenagers at the time. Trump was not accused in those reports, but he was visibly embedded in the same professional network. One photograph, now widely circulated, captures the issue perfectly. Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein, and John Casablancas together, modeling, pageants, wealth, and influence converging in one place. The question isn't whether this looks bad, it's whether this was coincidence or part of a system that enabled exploitation under the cover of glamour. Adding to the concern are Trump's own words over the years. On radio shows like Howard Stern's, he openly joked about walking into dressing rooms and judging women's bodies. These statements don't prove crimes, but they do reveal an attitude toward power and boundaries that many find deeply troubling when placed in this broader context. It's critical to be clear. These are allegations, patterns, and documented associations, not criminal convictions. No court has ruled on many of these claims, and speculation should never replace evidence. But responsible journalism also means not dismissing repeated warning signs simply because they're uncomfortable. So here's the question Americans should be asking. Was the modeling and pageant world a pipeline that predators exploited, just as Epstein did elsewhere? And if so, what role, if any, did powerful owners and judges play in enabling that environment? This may be the missing piece that connects stories long treated as separate. This story is far from over. If you want accountability and transparency, This is where public pressure matters. Subscribe, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. We'll keep digging, keep asking hard questions, and keep following the evidence wherever it leads.